CBExchange. So the brand has launched CB Desk, which you can log into at mycbdesk.com. So this is the CB Desk. This is what we look at now. It's mycbdesk.com. It's where all of our icons are, where all of our tools are from the Coldwell Banker brand. This here is, like I said, the new CBExchange. Now, if we go over to this little notice over here, it's nothing crazy. They're just reminding us that on December 28th, which is after Christmas, between Christmas and New Year's, they are going to retire CBExchange, and we will no longer be able to access it. It's not going to. It will cease to be. So just a quick reminder that my CB Desk is the sort of go-to where we want everyone to be heading, because the CBExchange platform won't be around anymore. Now, there is still another training from the brand you can see down here next Thursday, the 17th at 2:30 Eastern. So if you do have agents who really have not been paying attention for the past 6 months, year, you take it. There is a training for them here. We also have videos up on Schmidt Video Classroom, previous BlueSync calls that do cover some of this stuff as well. So there are sort of two logins, two screens that we want to talk about really briefly in terms of content like this. As CBExchange goes away, we're going to remember that CB Desk is the place that we're going to go to for all things Coldwell Banker. So again, lead router, social ad engine, brand serve, everything is right here on your front screen. If you're looking for the latest news from the brand, updates and stuff like that, you can go over here to the left and do CB brand, and you've got a bunch of stuff right here. You've got the CB brief, the news, which is what we're discussing right now. The brand just released a Homes for the Holiday ad yesterday, a brand new ad that they're rolling out across social media and I believe television. Directory, COVID info, all of the information from the brand is right here. One thing that I still like to point out whenever I get the opportunity, if you go to the far left, the very bottom over here, Business Advantage, you've got a lot of the really cool stuff from the brand that you get as being part of Coldwell Banker. So discounts on things like moving companies or pods, but also things like discounts on your phone bill with certain phone companies. So I would just take time to go over here, click on the Business Advantage PDF, and see some of the things here. Again, AT&T, 19% discount on rates, 25% discount on select accessories. It's not mind-blowing stuff, but it's cool to know that it's here because it can save a few bucks every once in a while. So CB Desk is where you're going to go for all things from the brand. And then the other thing I want to remind us of real quick is on our Moxie login. So I'm going to log into Moxie right now, which is my.schmidtresources.com. And now you can see I'm already logged in here. But I want to show you really briefly across the top up here. If I click my home button, it's going to bring me to what is, we just kind of call it the hub, mainly because that's in the URL. The Schmidt Real Estate Hub has single sign-ons to a bunch of our vendors. What that means is that if I click on CB Desk Login, it should automatically log me in to CB Desk. If I click on D-Signs, it should bring us right to that link that we need to start looking for our new signs, for our designs, and everything like that. So this hub is here for any of those times you forget what link you're looking for. You've got your CB Desk login, you've got .loop, listings to leads, this is our list, the virtual open house form is always right here on this page, and of course a lot of our Moxie training is right here. So this is another place you can go to for login info if you forget how to get to cbdesk.com. You can go here and it's right across the top. My recommendation, this is how, let me see if I can minimize that. What I always do, guys, is for those links that I really need, actually you can see I'm going to delete it and then I'll do it again real quick. I like to make tabs or bookmarks, if you will, right in my browser. Now I use Chrome. You might use Safari, you might use something else. The guidelines are going to be a little bit different, but all I do is I go to the link that I want, so mycbdesk.com, and then once it loads, you can literally drag this across the top here, and you'll have an icon on your browser to access this right away. You won't need to remember that URL anymore. So I was hoping it would load a little quicker, as we often do in life, and I'm going to bring it down here so we can see it better. But whether it's loading or not, all you need to do in order to create a bookmark across this top bar here is go to this icon, Right now it shows a little lock. It's right next to where it says My CB Desk. See this little lock right here? I'm just going to click and drag. Click, and you can see it gives me that little green plus sign, and I'm going to drag it right down here to the end of my browser, and I'm going to let it go, and boom. Now I have an icon for CB Desk. And if I want to, I can right-click it, and I can edit it and rename it if I want to name it something else. But all of these things are right here for me to access whenever I need. So with things like Schmidt Resources, My CB Desk, maybe even the Moxie login, my recommendation is to make icons on your browser, on your desktop, whatever works best for you. That way you don't have to remember the URLs. You can just click the icons and it'll bring you right there. So that really is the gist of it today, guys. There wasn't too much to cover, just really a big reminder that, and I'll go back to the announcement again. If I go here to the news section, it's going to give me that heads up right here. CBExchange is retiring on the 28th of December. There shouldn't really be much, if any, information stored there for our agents unless they exclusively use the e-marketing tool in CBExchange. If that's the case, they may want to go in and export their contacts, which we have covered in another video. But that would be really, Carrie, correct me if I'm wrong, that would really be the only thing that would be in CBExchange that our agents need to be worried about. But I feel like most people that I've just discussed that with have already taken care of it.
Yeah, that really is all. Everything else has been migrated over to CB Desk. E-marketing is the only really tool that won't be coming over. By the end of the year, it will be gone. So if you have agents that you know are using it, to JD's point, please have them export all of their contacts. Mm-hmm. Great place to import them, of course, is Moxie. So we can help them get that done if that's what they choose to do. But that will be going away on 12/31.